I fall in love too easily. I fall in love too easily. I fall in love too easily. I fall in love too easily.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Yeah. So you saw the thumbnail, and you're seeing, and I read that correctly. Shout out to G Dizzle. Um, he put it up on his community tab, and so don't come at my homie, my battle. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting it out there, but I'm trying to figure out, and I'm gonna drop the link because any man is welcome or woman, but you ultimately, you can't defend men that are easily that butt broken, and I call it butt broken. The context, and let me make sure I read it correctly. You're not gonna shame me for having a small dick. Sex is for reproduction. As long as I nut, my dick works just fine. You don't need to come. Jesus, take the wheel. You have it where men are knowingly shooting their dicks off with this type of butt broken mindset of how lowly they think of themselves. I don't know. What do you want me to do? How do you help men that have such low grade self esteem? What you gonna say is their mama, them not having a daddy? At some point, I'm starting to understand, man, that a lot of these guys are just fucking weak. And we're trying to help the lame of heart. No man should ever. This is why I said it's a growing phenomenon, and a lot of people like. And I'm gonna show you because this ideology is getting worse. Well, they'll ask to say anything of to hopefully get low graded vagina to want to empathetically accept them. I think I'm making this up. One guy says this is why we're in so. I can only imagine. Um, as you can see, y'all dudes are adopting a mind frame of a mindset from these types of dudes. And y'all, I can't, I can't help. I don't know what to do for a lot of. I don't know what to do for a lot of these dudes. This is why they're hoping on somehow coming out of the light to be received. Inside the dark world of the British incel. Because like I said, listen, man, this is why you're hearing these terms called Chads, Alpha, Beta, Omega. These are all incel ideology mindsets. Why do you hate women? Incel. Now, Jesus Christ. I'm an incel. Ask me anything. And so they even have a church for these dudes. And I encourage a lot of y'all to go to the UK. There's a church for y'all where y'all can be accepted if y'all need any type of repentance. They got it where hey, incels, women don't owe you anything. Listen, man. People know about y'all. U.S. Secret Service warning of the rise of incels. This is 1 month ago. It's not getting any better for these guys. I didn't even talk about that black dude on the subway because the world already knows about these dudes who so far say that they're gonna come and get women to come back into hopefully love them. Usually between older dudes and socially awkward men trying to hopefully find some. God damn, they got incel.me. What, is that a site? Hold up, let me go find that. Incel. Is that really something? Please, Jesus, don't tell me that's a real thing. Oh my God. Y'all, I'm too afraid to go down this dark path. I better not. I don't know. I might get banned from YouTube. And y'all think I be shame? I'm not shaming y'all, but it's going to get a lot worse for society. Dealing with dudes who are literally feeling that because my penis is not adequate, she don't love me. Um, they into all kind of dark shit. You know, like I've done seen them. Um, they're into some really fucked up shit. Now I have a source. I'm gonna show y'all some shit. Okay, but I want y'all to understand it's going to get a lot worse for black men and black boys. Y'all keep going down this path. Y'all, I don't know if y'all gonna make it, man. Don't get me wrong. I get y'all talking about the feminists. Yes. We're gonna go look at these things right here. An incel is a member of an online subculture of people. Subculture, the manosphere, different other sections of whichever y'all want to believe in. Subculture of people who define themselves as unable to get a romantic or sexual partner despite desiring one. Okay. Let's look at the talking points. Okay. We're going to go ahead and click on the talking points of a lot of y'all channels. Not me. Not me. I'm going to look at a lot of y'all channels and y'all going to. The consequences of making money, WonderCon. Okay, let's go down to some of the stuff. Like some of y'all are gonna need some help, man. Some of y'all, I think I deleted a lot of incel channels because they got really bad. Shit. Yeah, I think I deleted a lot of y'all channels, man. Some of y'all I used to be okay with talking with y'all, but some of y'all are just too emotionally fucked up. Some of y'all are literally y'all are y'all need help. Y'all can say that no BMT, you're doing this. Let's go to the join the incel rebellion. This literally is a book. You can go buy your book, buy your book on fighting the rise. The incel rebellion, the rise of oh my god. Stop the music. Yep. The FBI gonna get y'all asses. Oh Lord Jesus. Yep, the FBI definitely gonna get y'all now. Y'all done did the incel rebellion, the rise of the manosphere, and the virtual war against women. Lord have mercy. Jesus, take the wheel. Any of y'all, I'm telling y'all right now, y'all better don't ask me to talk about no manosphere. Do not ask me to ride with y'all. Y'all are on a crusade. Y'all are crazy as fuck. I will not. I rebuke. No. What the fuck is this book? So the manosphere is ran by incels. Y'all said this was to empower men. What the fuck is this? See, this is a problem with a lot of y'all black boys. You sign up for too much shit and you don't even know what you're contractually put into. This ebook edition, open access thanks to knowledge of unlatched funding and freely available for online, drawing the ethnographic research and interviews. This book provides an insight into the development of the manosphere. Oh my gosh, I don't know if y'all want to even run with the extent of which influenced philosophy of incel penetrating main. Oh no, 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 no. Do y'all know about this book? I didn't know about. I love doing these open reactions for y'all. Did y'all know about this book? There's an incel Bible for the manosphere. When did y'all get? Oh Lord, have mercy. The shit done gone. We in Decacon 5. Mm-mm. No. No. Hell no, I ain't ordering that shit. That shit is not coming to my house. Shannon. Shannon, we have to. Yo, we have to get out. Yo, I'm done. Listen. Y'all gonna have to explain to me this Bible. It is. I do know that. I do know that. I do know that. You brought up a good point, Kevin. I do know the manosphere is graphically diverse. True. What's happening is this, and you brought up a good point. Because I know that, but like I said, again, I was in the manosphere. But when I started hearing the certain talking points and ideologies, and they were not aligned with my core belief, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm not no slick Willie cool cat dude. But I'm not out here constantly complaining. I get up and bust my ass to 9 to 5. I do my job. I go out and vote. I participate in society. I am embedded with certain traditions. There's a right way and there's a wrong way. See, you're dealing with a subculture of men that I don't think, and see, this is the thing about it. It's like when black men wanted to vote. Did you truly understand the policies and the working of voting? Or were you told, vote for this policy? But you never questioned why. And this, listen, I'm not saying every man in this space is like this. Don't get me wrong. They have a female sector, a female version also. Weirdos or extremists. This is not me. I didn't write this shit, man. Somebody wrote this book.
Hey, brother BMT, we can expect you at the Manosphere meeting, can't we?
What's going on, bro? What's going on, man?
You know, yeah, she's just cracking me up, bro. No, I'm just chilling. I just seen you.
I
I'm
didn't
at
write.
work, but
I didn't. Go ahead,
I
bro.
didn't know they had a book. Somebody wrote a book on these guys.
Y'all,
I don't
y'all
know.
might
This
want to be
is crazy.
careful, man. Like I'm telling you right now, I get it. Maybe, yeah, I'll give y'all that. Maybe the white guys started this shit, but when everything come crashing down,
Yep.
brothers, y'all gonna be the one holding the goddamn pistol,
Yep.
and they're gonna be like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit, that's them. That's them crazy motherfuckers."
That's them.
Look
That's
at their.
them.
You already see they already looking at Free Avenger.
Mm. Well, especially
They look.
because they got this. What's that dude in New York? James. What's his
Um.
name? James or
Yeah,
some weird
Franklin.
shit.
Yeah, Franklin. Something.
Anyway,
Yeah, some
Frank.
dude.
Oh, his name Frank James or something. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then it was some other little weirdo that you did a show on him. He was messing around with kids or something like that, like a teenager.
Yeah.
It was yeah.
Y'all gotta understand, man. This shit coming to an end for y'all, and for a lot of y'all. This shit go. This shit coming to an end, man. Say whatever y'all want to say. Think y'all gonna say this shit, but y'all notice now they doing psychological studies, and they are building up whatever they want to build. From the Annex of Sociology podcast, they got doctors. Everything you want to say. Listen, y'all black men don't have the firing power
To
to go
me,
against what's
check this
coming
out.
in.
Check this out. Why would they name it? To me, I don't know. They named it some weird name like an incel. That sound. I mean, it's like an incel. Who came up with that word? To me, because I don't understand. Like, just because a dude can't get no pussy, it's like he's an incel. This is, and then they set up a community of a bunch of motherfuckers who trying to figure out how to get. I don't know, man.
Let's grab this. Let's grab this. Let's
I
grab this.
don't know.
We'll grab this. So now this is from Boston University, Birmingham University, Cyprus University. Y'all got a lot of universities studying y'all motherfuckers. God damn. Now, this will not be my words. Now, they're asking how over is it understanding the incel community on YouTube? Okay, because they already classified it as the manosphere. Y'all black men, please stop using that fucking goddamn word.
Yep.
Y'all can say
Yep.
that shit as much
They
as y'all want. Y'all like
demonized
that
it.
fuck shit. Y'all might want to go watch TV or some shit. Now,
Hello everyone, my name is Jose Andres Paladamo and I'm a postdoctoral researcher at Cyprus University of Technology. Today, I'm going to present our work focusing on understanding the incel community on YouTube. This is a joint work with colleagues from Max Planck Institute, University College London, Binghamton University, and Boston University.
so I want you to understand this. Different groups are studying you men. You hear that, Mike? Different groups in universities.
This is crazy. I'm
Different
laughing like
groups.
crazy.
I'm not. I can't. You can't make this
To
shit up.
me, no, because see, it's so. To me, this is funny because to me, this is textbook how they do it. They do this every generation, but like I'm looking at it from a different level. It's like they set people up. They set whole groups of people up. They let you have fun for a good 10, maybe 15 years. And then what they do, whatever your little name is, or they'll give you a name. So now they call them the incels. And then of course these guys call themselves the manosphere, and they define themselves. But now, whoever the worst performers of your little group are, now you're all that. They're going to define your entire group based on the craziest members. That's what they do. And
Yep.
now all y'all, just like people talking about, oh, pro-blacks ain't nothing, pro-blacks ain't nothing, pro-black. Well, remember how pro-black started off, right? Pretty good people. But now they're going to say, oh, because of Umar or because of somebody, whoever, some
They just
weirdo.
run everybody into that group. They run
Exactly.
everybody into
So
it.
now you can't use that word. And that's what they're doing here. They're going, y'all, y'all talk about y'all be on
Mainstream and
record. Talking
shit.
about, I was a part of the manosphere. Boy, you're gonna be hiding from that word.
Yeah, y'all might want to leave them words alone, man. Leave them words alone. Listen, bro, they got people from all these
Your
different
kids gonna be like, Daddy, was you part of that?
y'all got all these. Listen, they done did chapters, bro. And listen, man. People are studying y'all from different cultures and mindsets, and I'm telling you, they're listening to your words, your doctrines, your beliefs. Y'all don't think. See, you want to know they wanted to know what crack does? Give it to black people. You want to know what heroin does? Give it to black people. You want to know what welfare does to a community long enough? Give it to black people. See, whenever you want to find out what black people, we are the best lab rats in goddamn America. They like to use us for all their shit and say, damn, this is what happened when you go without family. Boom. Look at them. Let's try throwing crack at them. Oh, shit. It did that?
They ain't
Let's
dead
throw
yet.
what happened when they talk about Central Market. It blew up. y'all don't get, they be giving us shit just to see.
Y'all niggas,
I be like, yo, bro.
these niggas ain't dead yet. Shit.
Here you go, Mike. Take this gun and see what it does.
Oh, I know what to do. Let's close all the grocery stores within 2-3 miles of their neighborhoods, fuck up their money so they can't go nowhere, and then put all this Burger King and McDonald's, and that's all they get to eat. And let's do them like that. Let's raise their kids like that. See if that'll kill their ass.
Get them the ABC liquor stores and all the fast food in the world.
Oh yeah, the liquor stores. That's your grocery store.
That's y'all grocery store. Here you go, the liquor store. Here y'all go. Ain't y'all happy? We gave y'all something. Shit. Now we're gonna go ahead and play and see what they got.
Arrest they 10 years old for stealing chips. The fat motherfucker hungry.
Now he says. Now they said warning. Content in this talk is uncensored and might be offensive. So this is them. They make sound like you about to see an exorcism or some shit.
That's what I'm saying. They scaring. The scare tactics already, boy. Y'all, man.
Now I know y'all said. Now hold up. Look at that now. They got a difference in incels and the manosphere. Y'all can keep on saying that they just looking at them white boys. Get the nigga first.
Yeah, you see that brown picture? The white, he got blonde hair, but he kind of brown there.
Y'all gotta understand, man, when they be setting you up for the play. The manosphere is a loose collection. You know how y'all say we all ain't monolithic. Okay. Now look how they say manosphere is a loose collection of web-based misogynist movements roughly focused on men's issues. Incels are the most extreme subgroup of the manosphere. Where is he? Yo, I gotta get this stuff to y'all content creators, bro. When I say they've been studying y'all like lab rats for 5 years, they've been studying y'all, bro. An extreme ideology where sexual motivations drive people to become radical. Oh my God. Where's the gospel music?
You see what I'm saying? That's why you see what I got. I got my Jesus Take the Wheel avatar.
Hey, Jesus take the wheel, bro. We go. Hey, bro. When they got people pink. Hey, all y'all like talk about sexual market, game, thought culture, Cardi B. Understand this. They got bulletins for everything. An extreme ideology where sexual motivation. Remember that when y'all said, "Hey, I didn't get no pussy at school." Yeah, don't worry. They included y'all. Drive people to become radicalized. Incels are honest about what is causing their frustration. Okay.
Providing some background information about incels or involuntary celibates and the manosphere in general. Manosphere is a loose collection of web-based misogynist movements, roughly focused on men's issues, and incels are the most extreme subgroup of the manosphere. Hence, we believe that it is not yet just another ideology. Instead, incel ideology is an extremist ideology where sexual motivations drive people to become radicalized. What makes them even more dangerous is that they are honest about what is causing their frustration. Unfortunately, the last decade, incel ideology has also been linked to multiple.
Now look at this.
Oh shit!
They've been
said,
chronologically watching y'all from 2012. God,
bruh,
when I said the white
dude,
man,
you
when he watches y'all, bro. He watches over me,
yeah.
and I sing.
Damn.
Well,
This is stupid as hell. This is crazy,
bro. Where's the
like,
bro? I might need to have a whole council meeting for this shit, Mike. Oh God. I might need to change my channel. I might have to delete my channel.
Because guess what? These motherfuckers says he not only said misogynist, he said what makes them dangerous. Okay, they're dangerous. See, you gotta realize, like, we know each other. We've been with every period of time.
But like most people don't know us. These people don't know us. So they never heard of the manosphere. They never heard of this stuff. And so this dude is all professional. He's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And then he's going to tie you to a massacre. So he just tied the word manosphere to a massacre. And he's going to tie you to every fucking massacre. And by the time people hear that word manosphere, they're going to think massacre. They're going to think massacre. You might kill me. Shit. Are you part of the manosphere?
Yeah,
we need to check your online. We need to check your online profile before you work here.
Yep. That's all you say at a job. Yeah, I have a channel on the Manosphere. Oh shit.
Ooh,
yeah,
shit.
Sit right here in this office. Yeah. Sit right here in the office. Yeah, we got one. Yeah, that's how you go. Get on the ground. We knew you.
But oh shit, I just want some pussy. That's all.
God damn, boy, you gonna have a girl roll.
Hey, I'm about to go because I'm just on a little break. I'm just on a little break, but you cooking. Yeah, no, we need this. We gotta delve deeper into this dark tunnel of craziness. So
you gonna have one girl.
All right, dog.
You looked at me. I knew you was coming after me. I gotta call my homie, bro. Bruh, where you at? Where you at? Listen, bro. Listen. I done landed on the jackpot, bro. Like, I just now found out they've been watching the Manosphere since 2012.
Connected.
Everything from all the colleges and everything. Like, I literally have everything. Like, come here real quick. Just come here real quick, bro. Just come here, bro. I'll throw you the link, bro. Just come here real quick. This shit is also. They literally we're watching an analogical study, bro. This shit is scary. Come here real quick. Yo, was I got to give a shout out to a lot of the guys who said, "Yo, y'all brothers need to stop." And I know a lot of y'all saying BMT. That's not us. I can't tell you how many times we've seen brothers sit before the judge say, that's not me. That's not me. You already know y'all been given harsher sentencing, harsher profiling, harsher outtakes and outlooks on reality and society of how you are perceived. When I'm saying y'all boys, y'all need to get the fuck away from this shit. Yup. Y'all riding on the wrong pony. When y'all like doing y'all game panels, y'all fucking panels, we gonna get the woman back in reality panels. Listen, bro, I'm done. BMT done seen the light, bro. The white man done scared the Jesus out of me. Fuck that. It's not what you know. Y'all can say one thing. That ain't gonna beat what these colleges and all these things have been putting on y'all, boy. Y'all wonder why y'all getting y'all ass a shadow ban. Oh yeah, we got Kevin, nigga. They got that dude hemmed up, bro. They got that. Listen, bro. They got everything's crazy, bro. And we got. And I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all want this thing to go, but literally, it's not going to go the way. And see, I don't want. See, a lot of y'all are here by circumstances. I came here for comedy. But there ain't no comedy to this shit anymore, bro. It's not. We're joined here with the good old the prophet who foresaw all of this. It would be unfair if you didn't make it. So I want you welcome, bro, because I might have to sing you some of this stuff. Y'all can always check out my brother D Darrell. He talks about help, therapy, and also that of society with men and women. Now, this right here, D Darrell, I want you to see. This is not from me. This is from people doing the study. How
Right.
over is it? Do you know these colleges right here?
Sure do.
These colleges have been studying this space. These colleges have been studying this space. Boston University, Birmingham University, Cyprus University of Technology, which they seek out algorithms. UCL, I think this one is MPN. These are non-black people. These aren't black people. These are different cultures of men from different diversities and groups that are doing research on the men. Darrell, how does this usually play out when they start doing study and research on these types of things?
Like I stated in 2019 when I first told these fools that if they don't water down their rhetoric, that they're going to be studied. But what this is the process that they take in mental health. When they find out certain behaviors, or what they would deem dysfunctional behavior, the first thing they do is study it. In studying it, it involves the compilation of observable data, meaning what they think, see, hear, criminal behavior, dysfunctional relationships, stuff like that. They accumulate that. Universities accumulate that. And what they do is they start creating statistical data. They start doing what's called longitudinal research, which means it may take a year or more long-term data to kind of see what is the outcome of certain behaviors. Once they do that, and they start looking at peer-to-peer research amongst the field itself, they may have conferences, and they may start discussing the treatment and things like that of people who have these issues, and if they're seeking therapy, what other comorbidity involved in that, whether or not they have other mental health issues, substance abuse issues, things like that. And then once they do that, if they feel that this is becoming severe enough, they're going to create legislation, okay, to deem this as against the law as far as some of the things that they're doing, just like when the SCLU in 2020 labeled the Manosphere a hate group. They're going to have groups like that are all going to network, get together, and then they're going to create a narrative about these people to prevent them from doing what they're doing. And what they're going to do is criminalize the behavior. That's the overall point. They're going to criminalize that behavior, and they're going to find ways in which they can treat it, provide medication and so on for the treatment of this behavior, but they're going to criminalize. And I repeat, criminalize it. And just like they have, the labeling of hate groups, they're gonna have a certain legislation for those who are incel like, who participate in what they would label as far as misogynistic type crimes, and terms such as femicide and so forth. That's what's going to be the end result. And the fact of the matter, they're going to put pressure on social media outlets who allow this type of rhetoric to be spewed amongst social media in their platforms. So it's a slow, steady process. It's going to take the academic. It start off as in academics, then it's going to go into legislation, then it's going to go into the criminal justice, and then it's going to at the same time go into social media, in which they're going to have platforms like Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, changing their policing of this type of behavior.
Now the thing about it is this, and listen, y'all, they're doing listen, y'all have it where you don't want to ping on the FBI goddamn radar. Y'all could tell me how y'all feel. That's cool. But when you have it where they're doing stuff, you have it. These are people with degrees that are looking at these men. These are like you're gonna get caught with the pistol when they do FBI and they do all that stuff. And I know they're looking up your vocabulary when y'all have certain words. Facebook and YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all of those things, they keep track of that stuff. And yeah, I get it. It is different talking points. But literally, no matter how you try to fix it. Also, I did not know they call it the fifth estate. I did not know that's what they actually call this subclass or subgroup of people, the fifth estate. I didn't know that. I saw it in a different format a few other times, but they call it the fifth estate. And in seeing that, and I thank my brother for coming through, but
Disconnected.
Let me start.
y'all cannot tell me these aren't the talking points that come up for most topics. Now, they specifically said incels and the manosphere.
Connected.
So they separate incels and the manosphere. Manosphere is a loose collection. And if I'm wrong in what I'm saying, I'm reading, please correct me, Diderot. And anybody's welcome to come up if they think differently. Manosphere is a loose collection of web-based misogynist movements roughly focused on men's issues. True or false? Incels are the most extreme subgroup of the manosphere. An extremist ideology where sexual motivations drive people to become radicalized. Incels are honest about what is causing their frustration. And they actually said that's what makes them more dangerous. Not
Right.
my words. What you guys say, brother?
No, go ahead. I'm listening to you, brother.
So these are the bulletins. And y'all, this is only a 9-minute video that they put together. Also, again, y'all, they're going to listen. I don't know who thought to make this damn book, but this book is under the subject of sociology of crime and law, and deviant behavior. That's a book about this space, the rise of the manosphere in the virtual war against women. Now, if we put in Manosphere, right? I'm going to put in Manosphere. Let's see if I knew nothing, man. So if you put in the Manosphere, you got your people. These are the Manosphere, and this is what they think. Oh shit, bro! Please come out of that. I gotta tell him, please don't use that shit no more. Like y'all brothers, they're gonna be using y'all faces a lot for a lot of this shit, man. And I'm sorry, I don't think a lot of y'all, but a lot of y'all. Oh god, TVA. I would call you to say, don't do it, bro. They're gonna leave y'all with the bag, bro. They're gonna leave y'all with the bag in a lot of these damn issues, man. And y'all are not getting it. Oh Lord. I'm telling y'all, man. All I did was put in Manosphere, and this is what they're gonna come through. And this is what they're gonna look at. This is why I said leave this stuff alone, man. I get y'all can have your talking points, but at this cost of how society, the outer society realm, looking at y'all again, you're viewed as a subgroup culture. That means you're not in the culture. You're viewed as a subgroup.
By providing some background information about incels or involuntary celibate, causing their frustration. Unfortunately, the last decade, incel ideology has also been linked to multiple mass murders. First, in 2014, Elliot Rogers shot and killed 7 people, including himself, near the campus of the University of California. 1 year later, in 2015, Chris Harper Mercer shot and killed 10 people, including himself, at the Mgwa Community College. Later on, in 2018, Alec Minassian drove a van into a crowd, killing 10 pedestrians in Toronto. After the attack, Alec Minassian confessed that he has been radicalized online by the incel community. And more recently, on August 12 this year, Jake Davidson shot and killed 5 people before taking his own life in Plymouth. A few days after the attack, the police investigation showed that the shooter had engaged with the incel movement. At the same time, the last few years, we have seen extensive anecdotal evidence suggesting that YouTube, and in particular its recommendation algorithm, promote hateful and misogynist content. And the platform has also been accused for even helping radicalized users. Motivated by that, we aim to answer 2 research questions. First, we want to study how has the incel community grown on YouTube over the last decade. And second, we want to find whether YouTube's recommendation algorithm contributes to steering users towards incel communities. To collect incel-related videos, we look for YouTube links on Reddit due to evidence that incels are particularly active on the platform. Reddit is a social network of communities called subreddits based on users' interests. One of 200.
Now, I'm not going to go through everything, but they definitely are pinging the Manosphere into a violent hate group. Now, if I'm overthinking it, I want somebody to be non-biased to say, BMT, you're reaching. You're going to need to start pulling up some things on the news of women going on mass shootings, killing men. You're going to need to pull that up. Because what it's looking at right now, they definitely pinging men who are sexually frustrated and broken into this talking point. And some guys, they're just here just to have a good laugh. Some guys have some issues and some problems, but they're definitely going to ping a lot of men into that shit. All these beefs and all this talking point or saying y'all gonna pull up and shit. I know it's entertaining. I know some people like this shit. But is that functional shit? Granted, I was told that this space was supposed to be a place to help people get on their shit. And I know people gonna say, well, y'all don't focus on the channels that do good. Well, tell that to them motherfuckers that actually have the bigger scopes. Tell them about y'all meetups. Tell them about how y'all have these discussions on tech. You know they ain't bring up not one damn thing about the manosphere and tech. They ain't bring up not a damn thing and y'all talking about fatherhood. They damn sure didn't bring up no shit about anything positive. And I mean literally, they ain't bringing up shit. And I know we want to say, well, there's a difference between the black manosphere and the white manosphere. They listen, the dominant society don't give a fuck. You think they try to tell them between white feminism and black feminism? And they'll just say, that's a feminist. That's a gay. They don't try to make it different. They just say, that's what you are. That's a Christian. Well, that's a black Christian. That's a white Christian. No, that's just a Christian. So whatever group you are or what you claim, that's how you're perceived. And I know y'all want to say, well, we need to defend this group. Listen, bro, does this group defend you? Holistically, does this group defend you? And the talking points matter or match. We understand that, listen, man, like it's a dog eat dog, every man for himself, man. Like, and I get shit is really rough. I hear men get on panels talking about how they got duped or they feel bad or lonesome or some kind of shit, you know. It's just very, very, very bad, man. Let me see. Can I pull this real quick? All right, let's grab this one. Let's grab this. I'm not. I don't make this shit, bro. We're looking at Osco. The video probably might get taken down. The Black Manosphere is done. Who did that video? I didn't do that shit. Somebody did that video. Who did that? I am retired. What this guy said?
You know, I held my peace for a long time.
Oh,
you know, I held my peace.
This is very interesting.
For a long time. There were times that I wanted to say stuff about how embarrassing and how finished the so-called Black YouTube manosphere has become. I wanted to say something so bad because.
So, hang on, let me ask this one. Let's see. There's a white man asking a black.
Bruce Long. As you said you're a theological nerd. I think we're both believers. You've been a believer for a long time. If you're going back to Breaks Over days with Wado, which parts of the manosphere in particular do you then go, oh, I can't go here with you guys. This is incongruent with my faith as a follower of Jesus? Which parts are you just like, nah,
damn, they got Jesus?
Wild.
Yeah, I think the fundamental thing, and one time I did a discussion about this, about the manosphere and red pill and things like that, and somebody shared with me, they're like, well, you say you're not this on multiple occasions. It's not the first time I've said it, but we see similarities. So going back to the cat example, I've said this very similar thing. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of similarities between lions and tigers, but lions aren't tigers. A lot of similarities between, cheetahs and, leopards, but cheetahs aren't leopards. And so I kind of talked a little bit about that. But to me as well, in regards to the human nature in regards to men and women, those are the two biggest disconnects. There's probably a myriad I can go into as well. Yeah,
I can agree with him on that. There's a big disconnect with men and women. I won't disagree with that. But nature always finds a way. Like nature just always finds a way. People are definitely hungering for that of a solution. Men definitely want worst channel. Wow, they have channels on YouTube. The worst man. Wait, they have a worst manosphere channel list. Hey, I gotta go see this, bro. Like,
You're just going against men. You hate men. You are against men's progress. All you ever talk about.
let me get this tier list of the best and the worst manosphere channel. I just want to see. There's a tier list, and honestly, there's a tier list. I would like to know what is this tier list of hey, hopefully you brothers. I hope that none of y'all are on that channel list. You know what I'm saying? The 33 secrets. Honestly, I don't know what about women has drastically driven men. Like, I think men do not mind these type of dudes. Like, some of them, they're not bad. Like, they're dudes who can literally get their life on course. They could, but they are in a mind state of self-pity where no matter what, they'll just stay low. Great video, Kevin. I am in a viewer. I can't read all y'all shit. I don't feel like reading it. And honestly, I don't. And that's the thing about it. Some of y'all dudes, y'all not like there's no way some people can get their shit together and y'all can't. I don't believe that. I just believe that there's a lot of entitlement that's going on, and guys just want to wallow in self-pity. Just like a lot of women that come around and say, hey, I'm a bad bitch. I do X, Y, and Z. I should have a good man. And I'm like, what about you makes you feel entitled to where you think you should have that access? What are you doing? Well, I do this and that. Men are just intimidated by me. And I hear the same thing said from the men's side when they say, well, I do X, Y, and Z, but the women are just intimidated. But I'm like, I listen to you and you sound fucked up. Your attitude's fucked up. You have this perception. What's going on, Lawrence? Shout out to you, Lawrence. You have this perception of society. You feel that you're entitled to where people have to give a fuck about your opinion or about your woes of your complaints because something that happened to you in 7th grade. And I'm like, no, dude. Like, this is why now, like, these studies are happening on a lot of these dudes, man. This is why they're getting nailed to the cross.
And we look for these trends in the comments and the transcript of the collectors other. Our final level data set includes users per month for both YouTube and Reddit. The overlap coefficients in
like we definitely know that there's a rise in mental health. And now here's the thing about it. And y'all can say, well, they are banning. You can say it for whatever you want. but there is incel ban, incel derived related. This is evolution of YouTube community on YouTube. This is why I say y'all might want to get the manosphere or certain talking points out of your algorithm channels or talking points, because YouTube is flagging that as a red hot ping no. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to be bothered with that. Y'all can say, hey, there's nothing wrong with it, but that's your ass. Like, you're not putting those kind of things. Like, y'all can try to sell the dream, but it's not going to work, man. Like, y'all want, like, it's like you want heaven to be considered, you want hell to be considered heaven. It's not going to happen. It's not. Controlled incel related, incel derived others. And we know women talk about it also. Y'all don't think these women channels, and I get it, y'all, you want a beautiful voice and a nice sexual succulent woman. Let me see. Can I play this shit? Fair use. Can I play this? Okay, I'm not gonna play.
Real Stories takes true crime.
Past few years, and
So you have it where this guy, I guess he goes on the ground or some shit. You know, I ain't gonna play all. I'm gonna let y'all listen to it.
we're sort of losing ground. The BBC doesn't have a great, doesn't get a great flack when it comes to these sort of things at all. They do seem to be on the side of what's right on.
Yeah.
And feminism is the fashionable cause.
What sort of man is attracted to an event like today, do you think?
Somebody who wants to engage with a very international, as you can see, group of concerned fellow travelers who are interested in discussing these problems. I mean, look at here. These people are now mixing together, and very few of them have met one another before.
Yeah. The funny thing is, whilst these guys want to meet women, and that's what Rouge sells, some of them don't seem to like them very much. And there are some really offensive, strong views from what, on face value, seems to be the meekest of the meek, the most normal looking guys. And they have these views that are just unbelievable. The thing that worries me most is that a lot of the ideas that are coming out of that room might be more commonplace than I probably assumed this morning. Nevertheless, many of the men I met at the seminar claimed they had to hide their views and their faces for fear of repercussions at work. There is one guy whose view on this.
So,
Have you noticed what she did there? What she did is she simplifies things down to say that I'm a woman hater.
Rod is a
so you have it whereas to you're having it as to where, like in the UK and certain British areas, what's going on, Kelly? You have it whereas to these talking points of men have men issues. Fair enough. But when you ask men, how are you lobbying or how are you doing or finding your kind of what's going on, Auntie? Well, shout out to Auntie. You've been doing good jobs with the purge stuff, man. What's going on? What's going on? Kelly Ray. Nah, like honestly, the evolution, the incel. This is a social problem. It's not about money. It's not about status. But you're seeing people who come from well-to-do backgrounds, they're still having issues, and they're blaming that of the counter contingency that because of X, Y, and Z, this is why I can't live a plausible life. And it comes down to accountability. I've heard different men and women talk about it, but it's not going to reach them Because no matter what, they're still going to feel slighted by God. Guy getting online saying, "Hey, I have a small penis, but sex is for reproduction." No, I don't just. Sex is not just for me for reproduction. I'm not an animal. I'm a human. But according to some dumbass, they're going to say some shit like that because he feels inadequate because of his micro penis. That he feels like, "Hey, you're trying to shame me." Well, you shamed yourself. You got online and put yourself out there like that. So how you want me to decipher or take to you? You chose that. Yeah, I get it. There's women that come out and get on social media and they disgustingly embarrass themselves and they shame themselves and say, "Only God can judge me." And I'm like, "No, bro, I'm going to judge you right here on the spot. I can judge your character because you put your character out there for us to see." Well, who are you? Well, if you would have come out to a job, let's say this. If I were to go to Auntie's job and he is the hiring manager, he has to be a judge of my character to see if I'm fit for that job. And if he don't like the characteristics that I present, whether if I don't get there in a timely manner, if I'm not dressed presentable, if I talk a certain type of way, or if I'm cursing, or I'm belligerent, or I'm sitting the type of way, and I don't care, and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, this is not probably a place for you. I'm gonna take this paper back. Thank you for coming. And sadly, that's how it's becoming for a lot of dudes. This is why you saw the fluctuation. That's why you saw the influx of incels or men joining the conservative movement. I got to go there. I'm gonna be honest. This is why you saw a lot of white men and black inverted men join the conservative movement. They didn't really give a fuck about Trump. They just liked it because they were hoping that somehow, when they were saying "Make America Great" or some shit, they were like, hopefully it's going to go back to the time where women don't have a rights. Men have some kind of place where I can have some type of level of playing field of authority. And I'm like, no, bitch. You were the bitch before Trump. You were the bitch during Trump, and you'll be a bitch after Trump. You can't change the bitch nature in you. And that's why I hear coming out of a lot of men's mouths these days. You sound like a bunch of bitches. Oh, no, you're right about that, Kelly. A lot of these dudes were hoping for Sharia law. That's why they say the stupid shit that they say. They can't say it out loud. Because one, society doesn't make a ground for you. Here's the thing about it. They said, well, why is it that a woman can say these things, but a man can't? Well, you're a man. Why you want to be a woman? Go start bleeding out your asshole and then put on a dress. Oh, don't worry, we got men that do that already. We got women that do that shit already, and we don't agree with them broads. Listen, you can have it where these women are trying to follow these type of movements, and fellas, y'all, I know y'all want to recreate and say, hey, well, can we not do the same thing? Like, feminism has no power over me as a man. I'll still be doing what I do. I'll still be maneuvering in the tide of how the world is. I don't see women running over there to go save Ukrainian women. I don't see them going over there to go help out with Russian women. I don't see them running out there in droves to go. Just the same way I hear these men, they feel so empowered online. Where's your lobbying power? Or do y'all spend it all day and all night long on PlayStation and Xbox, on y'all PCs and shit, hiding in subculture? Because let's be honest, these types of men will never confront actual men and speak their mind and say, hey, I feel this type of way, because they're not actually reared. They're not actually reared and actually process on how to deal with actual men. Let's be honest. Men that have sociological issues don't really know how to deal with actual men in society. They don't know how to deal with them. Hell, y'all went to Jordan Peterson, and Jordan Peterson said the same thing. Jordan Peterson said, like, listen, your problem is an accountability problem. It's an accountability problem. Women can only do in society what men allow them to do. Same thing when it comes to doggone men. Like, I get it. Like, well, get your money up, do this and that. Well, no, duh. That's just the whole point of being a man. But literally, if you're worried about your microaggression of whatever shit issues you got going on with a woman, and you're placing it all on their betting horse of, if women do this, then we will be able to do that, then literally you're a failure as a man. Hang on, I got you, Don. Let me read that. However, you have other men in the way. Well, guess what? You got to confront those men. That's what I said. No matter what, you got to confront those men. In war, do you say, well, let's go fight the women of that country? No, you got to deal with those men. You got to deal with those men. And if you can't deal with them, then guess what? Those other men do not give a shit what you have to say. Where they're going to be like, well, until you can face me, then it's not going to really work. Y'all trying to rewrite history. How are we rewriting history? How are we rewriting history? Exactly. Let's be honest. They will never. It's not rewriting history, because ultimately history goes to those who are willing to conquer. History goes to those who are willing to confront their climate of conditions and say, hey, I want this. I should have access to that. I'm taking this. You don't like it? Well, fuck you then. You want a sympathetic you want a sympathetic handout. You want the sympathetic handout. It doesn't work like that. You want empathy. You want a subclass group of men. Mind you, you're a subclass group of men to be acknowledged for whatever type of sociological issues that you have going on. Again, it doesn't bother me. This is what YouTube has already put out.
Disconnected.
This is how they do y'all when y'all talk about the algorithm. Oh yeah, the algorithms. Yeah, there is such thing as they do keep your talking points. This is how they actually view. We use lexicon of 200 incel related terms, and we look for these terms. Like I said, they've been studying for the last decade. From 2012 to 2021, the manosphere. Now, literally, these are universities that are doing a study. Unless you men are willing to start going into those lecture halls and start speaking your mind and saying, this is why we do what we do. This is why we're writing and running these types of forums. Then what you have to say of your talking points don't really mean shit. But what you gonna say? Well, it's because of the women. well, then guess what? Then I'm like, well, shit, I'm still going to get that woman's vote. What they're going to still go get that woman's vote. No. Don't say it's over for men. Say it's over for you. It's not over for men. See, that's the thing about it. I never understood that. And I never understood, why do y'all keep saying it's over for men? Men are still running things. Men are still ruling. Men are still doing things in society. Just say it's over for your group of men. If whatever group you got. Don't say it's over for men. Because then you got to ask the question, do those men actually include you in their conversation, or do they actually say, hey, you guys come on in? I mean, if y'all have time, listen, I'm always free to have the conversation. But you can't say it's over for men, because there's nothing stopping me. Shout out to my boy Maurice Doe. There's nothing stopping him. Nothing stopping Auntie. Don, what's stopping you? Not saying that you're, in the kind of fit, but I'm willing to talk to any of you men or women, because I honestly want to know, what is it that's inhibiting you from that? Like, literally, again, where's our nation? Dude, I live in America. I'm in my nation. What are you talking about? What nation are you in? Are you in America? Blaming the incels is the easy scapegoat. Whatever. I don't got nothing to blame incels for. Like, but you got to ask yourself, blaming them for what? I could blame I blame feminists. Oh, okay. Like, okay, exactly. Like, understand this group, when you turn off your thing, but ultimately we look at it like the stuff that's happening. Like, at some point you got to ask yourself, what are you going to do about it? What you going to do for yourself? You want a dime? Cool. Then work your way up to getting a dime. But understand, you are purposely driven to get a woman. Not to better yourself, not to actually do self-improvement, not to build some type of stability. You want the imagery of having yourself a voluptuous, beautiful woman. So you run into that gauntlet. You do. America is I'm actually a veteran. Proud. I served, I traveled. I seen much of different cultures in the world. I hit every tip but the South and North poles. I hit every other country. I had plenty of time to actually get to view my side of the world and how other countries are run. I wish I could get on, but work. Okay, that's fine, Don. Do you really want to have this? Yeah, I can have it. It doesn't bother me. I'm very seasoned in all these conversations. You can come up here as long as we can be respectable gentlemen. It's fine. That's fine. I don't do the belligerence. There's no need for name calling. There's just need to be that of two men talking. I have my energy drink. I have a mic. You have your phone or whatever you have, and we can have a discussion. I'm a highly accomplished man. I believe that you're a able-bodied man. Everything I want, I worked hard for. Everything I wanted to attain, I put in the work. I've tasted humility. I understand that I was told no plenty of times. Doesn't mean I couldn't find a different other way to get it. You're worried about the laws, and I get it. Y'all say, well, they make more laws for women. And guess what? You're telling that to a black man. And yeah, I get it. There are a lot of laws out there for women. But guess what? That doesn't mean that I can't still build and create, which I have done very profitably. All this is in my name and it's mine. I've shown multiple things under my name and under my stewardship. You hoping that a woman will honor you and respect you. Which woman and what type of woman? See, when you say or you put certain affirmations out there in society, you ask yourself, well, what is it that you want? Who's it that you're trying to build with? Hang on. We're joined here by a guest. Hey, what's up, Gannon?
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. What's going on, man?
Not too much. Not too much.
All right. So basically what I'm trying to figure out, because I've actually been here for a long time. I've been here since the beginning of the manosphere, right? So-called. So now that it seems very convenient to dump the manosphere, my question is, so what were we partaking in the whole time? Like, so if you're saying that the manosphere, you know, is like broken or whatever, and it's now like an inceldom type thing, when we were in these hangouts and all these different chats, like, what do you call that? What was that?
A conglomerate group of echo body for people to feel socially comfortable with their perception of reality and their thinking and talking points. That's no different than people going to church. They go there. I've been going to church for 12 plus years, and I will go there with Christians that will literally believe in that of a esoteric being that literally will come again and take us all to Galilee. That's no different than saying I'm on a social sub-hub group that literally, because I feel like I can't say what I want to say openly, I come here to actually congregate with other people of like mind.
I mean, I understand, but what I'm saying is, like you said, everyone does that, including the so-called inceldom group. So what I'm saying is now, if the manosphere, right, is going to be implicated to have a direct correlation with, hold on one second, what's good? For real? All right, hold on. I'm on a live right now. I'll talk to you later. It's all good. My bad. So my thing is, so now that it was connected to inceldom and all this stuff, right? What I'm saying is, we're sitting here calling it inceldom, like I'm not understanding because if they're gonna call it what it is now, why wouldn't they go back in history and call all of us incels? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, where's the drop off line? Why would it be like different for any group, like you're saying, like black, white? I'm not understanding. Like, why is it cool now to throw people under the bus?
Well, it's always been, the group was already looked at as an involuntarily type of group. That's why you had certain types of correlations of pills and ideologies, as well as men wanting their own freedom to actually be able to be men because they felt like they couldn't be that in their type of society. That always was there. I mean, you're talking to somebody who's already been on the rosters for these conversations on panels. This is not something new. I literally even showed it in the video, or literally they actually showed it how far back the FBI, as well as different other colleges and groups, have actually tracked it on the digital frame back to when there was forums on Yahoo. Have you ever been on Yahoo before?
Yeah, trust me, I follow up on all this stuff. I know.
So it was back there on Yahoo and other back forum pages. How often, what parts of the dark web have you ever been in?
I don't use it too much, but if anything, it was just like, if you're talking about the dark web, just buying, you know, stuff.
Okay,
I ain't
that's
got
okay. Don't dox yourself. Don't dox yourself. So in those types of forums of where this type of place was birthed, literally, that's where people would go to speak their certain mind about certain types of sexual desires, certain types of things that they felt were unjust to them in their mindset. So if they have it where different agencies have went and actually sat in and watched from all that, that's why Backpage was closed. That's why Craigslist was closed. That's why different other forums from Reddit forums were closed down. So they've been keeping track and shutting doors down. Now, this is another door. Free Avenger is actually being looked at being hit. So it's not that all of a sudden incel just got here. No, they were already here. Actually, some of these things were actually set up in form where you have men.
No, I understand that. What I'm saying is that
they just got here. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's not. I'm not saying just got here. I'm saying that it's convenient to throw that under the bus because once again, like you said, it's been here forever. I know because I follow a lot of different people just to understand what's going on. So one of the things is I was originally dealing with the original black pill, not the incel stuff. I'm talking about the original. I know the guy who originally made the black pill. He was not talking about nothing sexual. It was just about life. So I understand that. But what I'm saying is now that this whole term of inceldom has come out, I've noticed it's this very convenient scapegoat that I don't think most men understand, that they're just gonna call most men in general incels if you don't get in line with whatever the mainstream media says. It doesn't matter if you're saying this online or if you don't. If you in any way do not show that you're gonna compromise to the mainstream, you are gonna be called an incel. I know because it happens to me all the time, and it doesn't even make sense because it's a catchphrase.
Now, question. You've heard guilty by association, correct? And
yeah.
So when 9/11 happened, did they not lump Muslims together?
Did they lump what?
Muslims together by the affiliation of, right?
They did.
Okay. And Christians, when they had them Christian shootings or about abortion, they lump Christians together. Okay. They do that.
Okay.
That's always been a thing of you're just known by the company you keep. Whether you, Gannon, you could probably be here for, hey man, I'm just here to have a good forum talk. Ed Unchained. I know he could. I've talked with him a few times. I've seen you in a few chats. Some of y'all guys could be here for just a very cooperative discussion on just, hey, I just want to talk about this. I feel like these things are happening, these kind of lobbyist things. And I would say, well, that's fine. That's fine. But they're going to be pulling at the most radicalized videos and talking points that make the 1,000 or 100,000 views. You probably have a video just talking about, hey guys, let me show you how to build a PC in the management. So
I can,
you can't have it both ways, Gannon. You can't.
No, it's not both ways, but it's clearly a setup. Like this is, I don't know how people don't see this. Like the feds do this every year, where it's the same thing. Where okay, if you notice, everyone can clearly see on the mainstream media, right, that it's a gynocracy. Like they're just pushing just female power, right? And there's nothing wrong with women doing the thing, but they're just forcing it. Like anyone can see that, right? So now if you say anything against it, because you know how you were talking about guys who are so-called incels, whatever, they don't talk about this with men. I'm the dude that does. Okay, I'm the dude that goes outside and I talk about this stuff to people's face and they don't like it because there's no way around it. So when there's people who are like you said, a conservative type who want to be the man on top, like my thing is a man, why would you not want that, right? And then why would you not want your own nation, your own laws, your own rules? Like this is why I don't even understand, like with women, where if you say these things, it's like, oh, you're an incel. But then at the same time, they say they want men that are about something. It's like they can't have it both ways. So now what I'm saying is, what the manosphere, you can't have it both ways, where it's like, okay, the manosphere is now incels. We can't associate with the manosphere. It's like, no, you already associate with it. So now you are calling yourself an incel by default because you already associate with them. If you're in them chats, they got the backlogs. You've been in any of their streams, they know that. So what I'm saying is there's no point of throwing people under the bus. This is the problem with men in America. What we need to do is actually stand on our square and have some balls and say, yeah, this is what it is. Okay, there's some people who are radicalized. There are people who are not. Like, the manosphere is the manosphere. Like, why would we sit here? Why do we just keep throwing people under the bus? It's the same thing with FS Avenger, right? As soon as Brian Solange came on and said, oh, I'm working with the feds, what happened? You got Ty City and all these people talking about, oh, he's telling. It's like any time a black man does anything, like it doesn't even have to be a mistake. You're always getting torn down, but then let alone regardless if you're a man in general. So that's what I'm saying. It's like one they're targeting men, but then we're black men, so it's even worse. So I really don't understand why we're always trying to throw each other under the bus. It doesn't work for us. We need to actually stand on our square.
Now, okay, so and that's very fair in what you're saying, again. I'm glad we're having this conversation. And as y'all see, again, it's not being attacked, neither is he attacking me. So I don't want people to take it as we're attacking them, we're talking as cordial men, which I wish that there would be more talks like this. Again, it could always come up and have a conversation with me. Any of y'all welcome. I mean, I just have a conversation. Two men sitting down, just talking. Now, in looking at that, and what you're saying is very fair on the point, but I also bring up that of what is it? Is the risk going to be worth the reward? Like, what am I gaining if I get martyred or get ran over? If I lose my job or anything, or what type of insurance does going for this type of development? We watch men who have made amazing dollars on the suffrage and the mind state of the downward spiral of men's psychology. They become very wealthy and very rich, and there's no shot at none of those things. Okay, and I watch. I was like, so with all that money y'all making of telling us, well, I make 6 this, or I do this and that, or I buy this and that. Where was the legal retaining fee for a lawyer for these men who want their children? See, I wonder, with all these men that are standing unification, was the energy of the outcry being put towards something to move you men forward, or was it just set up as a hub? Oh yeah, come to the.
Yeah. Now I agree with that. That's a fact.
So
I agree with that.
So we having a conversation. So if that's the case, where you see certain entities are ducking out, they want nothing to do with you, but they at one point they were saying, "I'm the king, I'm the Godfather, I'm the Jesus, I'm the Messiah, I'm a founder." But now shit's happening. I don't hear them making no videos to defend. See, I'm telling y'all, watch what y'all say and watch how you move. If you watch my video from the beginning, right? I say, watch what y'all say. Y'all brothers are going to get thrown under the bus first. You just replied the same thing I just said. And I'm saying, hey, y'all be careful. These talking points and these movements, they're looking at Free Avenger. And yes, I have videos on Free Avenger. I remember when certain things were happening to YouTube and Google Hangout. I needed a place to put my videos. They said, hey, go to Free Avenger. It's black owned. I'm on my way. I dropped my videos there. I also like to listen to David Carroll down the rabbit hole. But then also in the same sense, a lot of it was not conducive to my lifestyle of a family man. I'm a family man. Some brothers, they do want family. Some brothers don't see the benefit of having a family because they feel how the laws are. Is that fair to say? And I ask brothers, well, are you lobbying? Well, the women have all the rights. Well, hold up, bro. That's not stopping you from participating in society. If you're choosing not to fight, then how can you ask me to defend a spot that won't fight? Just like you want me to fight.
Okay. That's what I was getting into, where the problem is men. The problem is that men are throwing men under the bus, because that's what I realize as I get older, is that most dudes are just 100% focused on getting women. Like, they don't care. So they can sit here and try to pose like they're in solidarity, but let a woman come in the room and it's gone. That's my problem, where it doesn't make any sense. It's like, it doesn't get anywhere. It's just, it's a self-destructive pattern where men are destroying men for no reason, whether it's for sexual selection or any of that. Most of the time, they're not even getting chosen. Then nothing gets built because the people that build it get shitted on. It's just like the same thing you were saying, where it's like, what is my incentive to do something? Because let's say you might lose a job. I understand that, so I can't argue against that, but it's more in the sense where it's like, okay, it's the same thing in the hood. What is your incentive to not sell drugs? You see what I'm saying? But we know what selling drugs does. But what's your incentive? Because if you don't sell drugs, now you're fucking corny. Now you're this, that, and the third. That's what I'm saying. Like, you could come up with an incentive for anything. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't mean it's going to stand. And that's my problem with men. We need to stand on something that will actually last. And like, okay, let's say FS Avenger, right? There's all kinds of crazy shit on there, right? No bullshit. But there are murder and gore websites, right, where the feds went on that site. They didn't shut down the site. All they did was shut down how people talk. So a lot of these sites, let's say, are super racist. They're white supremacists. So now they can't say the N-word on it. They didn't shut those sites down. See, they don't even care about that. They care about how people think and how they speak and their perception. So what I'm saying is, if okay, they go on FS Avenger, they see all this crazy stuff talking about black women. Obviously, not all the men there agree with that stuff. You got dudes talking about killing black women and all kinds of nonsense that I don't agree with, right? But what I'm saying is, why isn't it a problem when these white boys do it? Okay, we have to stand on that. Like, don't give them an inch. Like, don't give them anything. Just say the fact, freedom of speech, that's what it's for. This is our website. There's going to be radical people. There's nothing we can do about that. And even if we could, that's up to the people that own the website. This is what we need to fight. We have to fight based on principles that are just facts. Like, we can't just give up. Like, it doesn't make any sense, because all they're going to do is break us up like they always do. They fractionalize us. Then this group becomes this group. Because think about it. The Manosphere became SYSBM. It became MMOR. It became all these different things. It's fractionalization. And this is what they do all the time to control and destroy the whole unit. So we might as well just stand together. We might as well just say, fuck it. Pookies and Ray Rays, whatever, versus Educated Lame. Like, that's done. Like, stuff like this needs to just die. Okay, we have to just come together.
And Gannon, I'm very much so enjoying this conversation. I'm very much so enjoying it. I don't think these kind of conversations get enough relevancy to where you can come up here, you're not being persecuted. You can just actually have a conversation. I agree. You're hitting on a lot of good points. You know what I'm saying? I understand. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I grew up watching anime. I grew up playing video games. I grew up doing different assortment of stuff. I guess I was into a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't always feel that always connectivity to my community. I think a lot of brothers didn't feel a lot of connectivity as they would like to towards the community or to talking points. And so they did feel slighted. Like, hey man, I didn't have these things. And I always told them, like, hey man, like, I get it. And I know it's hard. Try some therapy, try some counseling, try some different stuff to alleviate, alleviate your issue. I think that's why we even started hearing, like, hey, I didn't agree with a lot of guys, and this is my opinion. I didn't agree with a lot of guys saying, hey man, well, the women have this. And I'm like, okay, then I get it. They have it. What the fuck else you want me to do?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what else you want me to do? I get it. They have that. It's like starting off in a video game. Yes, the boss has like 99 potions and goddamn a master sword. You got a dagger and you got a doggone 2 potions. You still got to take down the boss at the end of the day. And so I get it. There is a lot of fractalization. And I'm telling y'all this. The radicalization is always going to be put at the forefront of any movement. And it's up for that group when certain things are getting over radicalized. I would actually approve more if a brother like Gannon had got on. It's fair to say, if he a brother would got on and literally say, hey, no, we're not doing that. We're not us versus them. Like, chill, y'all. I get it. Like, but chill. We're like this Pookie versus Lame thing, because y'all like, well, no, the Pookies are fucking up the community. Well, okay, cool. I get it. You can say that. That's fair enough. I give you that. I give you that.
Trust me, the Lames are no better. I know.
But then you're generalizing every guy that literally did not have a certain type of means of a lifestyle. That literally, if you dress a certain type of way, or you got to participate in a certain type of thing, I knew guys that, hey, they were mad because Gannon had a Nintendo 64. And you know what? He thinks he's better than us. Gannon's mom probably saved up for him to get that, because he didn't have a dad and he didn't have siblings. So all he had was a Nintendo 64 and some video games. So Pookie was jealous of you The only thing he had was, hey, I guess I can go over to this girl's house and watch her TV and chill over there. Gannon probably wanted to go over there too, but he was like, I'm not really good at talking to these girls, or maybe probably I wear glasses or have buck teeth. Shit like that happens all the time. That's growing up and being kids. But I get angry when I hear the preachers, the YouTubian preachers, I'm using that, Ed, will tell you why you should be angry, but they don't develop a solution of how to alleviate and kill off that anger. A man getting on saying, I have a micro penis, but I don't give a fuck. Like, come on, man. Like, Gannon, you can't tell me that's not something wrong, man. Like, stop, dude. Like, we watch plenty of shows and shit. You have to be somewhere down a downward spiral path to get online and shit on yourself like that. Come on, man. That's on some Elden Ring shit. Like, you literally.
I feel you. It's
like, you got it. Come on, man. At some point, as much goddamn animes as we done watch from Naruto and shit, y'all got to start believing it, baby. Y'all got to start talking some damn life in y'all. Like, listen, man, I get it, bro. And yes, I've been to a lot. There are a lot of women that will literally love you guys. That will literally and see, the thing about it is, you're told to put sex on this certain type of gradual panel. That if you as a man ain't out there having sex, you're a loser. Or if you don't have a certain type of amount of money or a certain type of amount of views or notoriety, you're a loser. I don't believe in that shit, bro. I believe you can be just. Go ahead.
I get that, but this is the real problem, right? So I'm 30. I'm basically 29.
Danny, can you do me a favor? Hold it down for me for 5 minutes. I got to answer this phone call, okay?
Okay, all right.
You can run the show. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me just look in the chat. I list all my flaws online. That's not a big issue. I think he's talking more of the extremist shit where, like, you got dudes on here really shitting on himself. Like, I seen a video of this dude, like, this short nigga, and he went in some Chipotle and he's screaming. He's like, oh, new announcement, no short men allowed. If you're sub 5, blah, blah, blah. Oh, look at this tall dude, he can beat me up. Like, he's talking about that kind of stuff where, like, these dudes are literally shitting on themselves in front of people. Like, they're just making a gesture out themselves. I don't know if it's, like, a cry for help or whatever, because I'm not into that shit. But, yeah, he's not really talking about, like, a list of flaws type thing to get things better. I like I said, I go down the rabbit hole in all kinds of communities, so I know exactly what he's talking about. Like, it gets really bad. You got dudes sitting there letting themselves get beat up and shit in front of their women. I mean, it's bad out in these YouTube streets, man. But
I think now, one of the things about it, yes, there is a woman's side that says some very toxic and dangerous things about men. I'm not going to placate to that and say that's not a thing. And I do hear some women where we can have a logical discussion start going into a gender war when it has nothing to do with a gender war. But literally, hey, like us men, we have our reasoning for that. And you'll have it where we'll get blamed for that of the wrongdoings of those guys over there. And so you'll have it where, well, hold up, man. She gets to do that. And I remember this. I was on Twitch. This one girl was playing a video game. And she was purposely using her cleavage and had it where it was zoomed in on that. Yes, I get it. Sex star gamer boys, they enjoyed seeing that shit. Versus you might have it where Gannon is probably fighting goddamn Uchida or Oda or fucking fighting goddamn the best goddamn Street Fighter champion, and he's spanking him. Now the woman is getting it off of her sexualization. The man is like, yo, man, like I'm putting out good information and stuff, and I'm not getting that same stuff. She's doing what she's going to do. And I think this is a big issue. Like a lot of people know how to ping certain sensitive buttons with the men of these groups to feed into the radicalization. And I get it that, hey, What's wrong with being an incel? No, you have that right to be an incel. That's your right to be involuntarily celibate. There are some guys, hey, they can't help it. They just put it into that threshold. While other guys are like, yo, the situation looks so bad, I don't know. And I'm like, yo, man, like you got to try to find ways to pull yourself out of that shit. God damn it, dude, I'm working and you keep calling me. Like, and so these things are definitely gradually starting to rear up and grind. Now, Gannon, I would ask you, honestly, what can be done now? Like we're here now. What can you're talking about the women invading Twitch? Well, literally, here's the thing about it. The women invaded the manosphere and
everything.
And no offense, I mean, not like you could really keep them out, but to be honest, the men, y'all gave them the talking points of the power. They just had to listen.
That's a fact.
The men, they made more money repeating and regurgitating the same things you said.
Actually, that's a good point. See, that's the point I'm talking about. Okay, so how do you have a manosphere, right? And they're talking all this trash. This is why I say also the whole radicalization thing, it's a joke. Because a lot of these same guys that will talk this trash about these females or whatever, they're the ones sitting there putting in their money in their PayPals and their Patreons and all that. That's why it's all a joke. So, like, that's what I'm saying. The problem is I don't think most men, whether they're on the radical side or whatever, whether they're tyrant, whatever they call themselves, they're just not serious, because I don't think most men in general see the point, especially black men. I don't think black men see the point of being a conglomerate in the first place, because we have all these amenities in America. That's why I asked, like, is this your nation? Because to me, this is not my fucking nation. Like, it's just not. Like, we got brought over here and all this shit. It's not mine. And if someone said, well, where's your nation? I couldn't tell you. We got taken from it. You know what I'm saying? So we're in this weird catch-22, but it's like you were saying, where because there are some men that are genuine and they will bring up these organizations where they will do things like the manosphere, there's always going to be, I feel like it's actually a majority of men that come into it that are not going to use it for that. It's always some kind of social status battle or some battle for sex. It's always the same thing with men. It never changes. So if you ask me, like, what can a man do to solve it? To be honest with you, it's like, it depends on what you mean. Like, if you're saying a person like being an incel being solved, like, once again, me watching these dudes' videos, it's a whole spectrum, because you got a lot of dudes that are incels for different things. You got dudes that are incels because they're autistic. You got dudes that are incels because they actually have a deformity. You got dudes that are incels because they have a certain issue that they don't understand. That when you watch their videos, you'll be like, okay, this is what's, drawing people away from this person, but he can't see it. But the problem too is becomes like, as someone like who had my own issues, you'll see, like, people won't tell you straight up what's going on. Like, they're not gonna tell you. Like me, I didn't know, but like I have a certain problem with like how I emote. Like,
you got it, Gannon. You don't have to say that. Like, I still believe you're my guest. I still got to protect you from.
No, but listen to what I'm saying. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not degrading myself. I'm just saying I have a certain problem with how I emote myself, like how I talk. So that's just me, and I didn't know that because people weren't direct. I had to hear it from other people who had the same issue. Be like, oh, it's because I sound like this, so they think I'm like that. Like, and online, there's a big echo chamber. So if you come across someone else with the same problem, yeah, you can try to give them a solution, but they've been trained so long in an echo chamber of either fake solutions or other people with the same problem that it's kind of hard to help these people. Because at the same time too, like, if you ask them, like, if you could fix it, would you? Most of them will say no, because they don't even see the point in fixing the issue. And then that's a whole nother problem, because you can't really, you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And that's what I'm kind of saying, where we have to just stand on a square, because there are always going to be people like this. Like, no matter what you do, there's always going to be radical people. There's always going to be people that say crazy shit. But I'm saying, especially as black men in these times where they're literally making evil, everything that is evil, they're turning it into blackface. This is the number one time we need to stick together. I don't see the point of even giving into the FB and all that, because I'm telling you, all they're gonna do is go on that website and probably like change like the way that people express themselves on titles or comments. I don't think they're really gonna shut people down like they said, oh, they're gonna arrest you in the manosphere and all that. Nah, it's more of like you said, they're already studying and they're gonna keep studying and making these different triggers basically to push men even further into that lane. So the more men get silenced, the more so-called incels you're gonna have. It's like it's this never-ending cycle.
Right. I think one of the things about it, and thank y'all guys for definitely like I'm glad you definitely came through again. I hope we have more conversations. Because like I think this is good that you're giving your outtake on that. Again, this is not something to attack or I'm literally I attack things from a side of humor as well as information. Like I said, people could say, well, BMT, like dude, I got awards in this motherfucker. Like I've been on the Rumbles, the battles, been in almost every other corner of the space. I left in grace because I was like, I'm done. I'm like, this thing is not. We're not putting no money into black schools for boys. We're not putting no kind of set up any kind of thing to say, hey, you brothers need jobs. I feel like some of you guys have better jobs or better outreach programs that were being done by the men. That's why
there's one thing I can say though. There actually are many black men that do that. The problem is that black men are not interested in that. Like you got the Black Brain Trust with Mike and all them. They have all kinds of jobs. They put people on all the time. You got MOT, all these people, and they'll put people on. It's black men are not interested in that. They're interested in what women are interested in, which is the drama, the gossip, the nonsense.
But let me say this. Let me say this. And shout out to MOT and me and him created the Black Men's Congregation. Now it's been there strong. Where men can network. It's on Facebook. You men, if y'all don't trust, if you don't believe me, literally the only thing in the Black Men's Congregation is black men, and they network with each other on their own accord. We do not control them. MOT is a no bullshit type of guy about that stuff. He does not play. You're going in there solely just to network with other men, and I'm fine with that. We do not allow any women in there. It's only for you men to go in there, find what you need, and get out. And yes, there is the Brain Trust. Shout out to them. And they draw some pretty good information on tech and on politics, lobbying, and different other rules and rights that y'all can seek out. Sadly, this is why the incel thing keeps happening again. And a lot of the men put pussy over getting their shit together. So though you have it where there are men that are like, hey, I mean well, you have a higher outcry, man. The women, and you might have a way like, hey, you guys, let's just focus on us. I'm gonna tell you right now, those women ain't focused on y'all as y'all the priority. They're focused on getting their bags, their money.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you, bro. Like, okay, this is something I have to say that the black pillars have 100% correct, bro. Oh, that's all bullshit. Okay, women like who they like. They don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't care what they say because there's been too many experiences showing like it's not about you being needy or you having this. Women like who they like. Period. In the end of discussion, there's nothing you can do to build attraction or none of that. Like that's another thing too that a lot of people don't want to talk about. There's a lot of men, I'm telling you, you can go on YouTube right now. They have jobs where they're getting 6 figures a year. They're getting no attention from bitches. You know why? Because bitches are not feeling them. It's okay. Literally that simple.
But Gannon, they like who they like. So why give a fuck about those type of women? That's the only thing I'm saying. Like,
no, I'm not. No. Listen, I agree. I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. But this is what they're on. Like, that's the mindset they're on. Where it's like, because you got to think about how hard it is for a person. If they're constantly told do this, and they do everything, and they're just consistently getting ignored. And it's not like, because once again, I watch these videos because I can understand where they're coming from. Like imagine you being a dude in a Hellcat and you can't even get a fat bitch, my nigga. Like that is hard for niggas, bro. Like that is deep. Like niggas can't get shit on here, bro.
Now, that's what I hear you with that. And yeah, that's why I said like I hear the guys who talk about the 6 figures, but they're still complaining about the women. So what you're saying is very plausibly true because If you're literally having the money and you still can't get the woman, or literally they say, well, we're high value, but you're high value, but you're still coming back to the same beginner level and saying, hey, like shit, I still can't get a win. Then I'm like, okay, something more. Like no matter where you go, like other societies are going to sniff you out unless you're trying to rebrand, and it's hard. Like there's something more of a social, societal thing, and you can't say every group is gynocratic. And if it's not
No,
working
it's
for you,
not, but it's more of an individualized thing. Like Homeboy said in the chat.
right? I agree.
He said,
It
I
is
because
individual.
I'm ugly and I have a severe deficit when it comes to socializing. Like that's what I'm saying. Like there's people, it's so bad. Like I'm telling you, like there's people, it's so bad they don't even understand. Like because they're them, so they obviously can't observe themselves. But when you listen to them, you can clearly hear and see the deficits. But the problem is that the average person is not willing to tell them the truth, and they're constantly in this feedback loop. And like I said, it's so bad. There's people like, what's the guy that people always like bringing up all the time? Elliot Rogers. They always bring him up. There's many guys like him where it's like they're not ugly, they have the money, but they're not it. Like they can't socialize. There's something off with them that bitches are just not fucking with them. And then people will say the same thing you said, where they'll be like, well, go look for where you're liked. But it's like you can't really do that when the problem is you, because everywhere you go, you are you. So you're gonna, let's say if you have a problem here in America because you know like you're a social aspie or something, like you have autism, right? You going over in China or Thailand is not gonna fix the fact that you are autistic. You understand what I'm saying? Like these men, their real problem is that this society, and probably most of them are raised by single women, but it's a gynocratic society. I'm talking about in America where they're constant, like they don't even see the point of thinking like a man. Like me, I think like a man, like in the sense that I just don't care. Like I'm about surviving. I'm about engineering. I'm about doing all that. Like people think I'm just all about video games or whatever, but it's like, no, I'm about actually building and understanding how the world works. But I don't think most men have a template or a reason to do that, because everything around them tells them that you need sex to be accepted. Like that is what everything tells them. And then you can't really argue with them where everywhere they go, niggas are making fun of them and they're losers. They didn't get no bitches. I mean, it's really hard to go against these people, because I've been on both sides where it's like, just me, my problem is mainly I'm overweight. So when I wasn't overweight, I didn't have a problem. As soon as I got sick and I came back overweight, it was like I just got shitted on again. So it's like you could say, well, see, your solution is that you're overweight. Yeah, but what about if it was my actual personality? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if it was something that I couldn't do something about? And that's what's hard. And that's where I'm saying where people who identify as incel, whatever, the thing is that men throw them under the bus all the time. So the same men that will sit there and say they're trying to help them, let's say like a Kevin Samuels or whatever, they're throwing them under the bus, and they're making them go on this never-ending goose chase of self-improvement. That's another thing. That's all bullshit. Not saying you shouldn't improve yourself, but the whole guru style of self-improvement of, oh, get this money, you need to work this amount of hours, you need to do this, you need to look. It's like, no, bro. Like men, grown-ass men know where they stand on the social scale. And I think what these men are looking for is a place where not only their feelings are accepted, it's more of like where their quirkiness is accepted, where like it's not a problem and they can't really find it. Me, like I said, I don't give a fuck.
But see, now,
I have men in my family.
Now I'm hearing you. And again, okay, I appreciate your honesty. I really do. I rock heavy with you, because you're not trying to scapegoat on anything. You're just being brutally, hey, you know, like when the gurus started coming around, I said, what the fuck are these guys? A lot of people say, BMT, chill. I'm like, no, dude, like, why are y'all listening to them? Like, they're telling y'all how y'all need to maneuver as a man. If I'm a man, I'm going to maneuver how I see fit. Well, BMT, you got buck teeth and this, and I don't give a shit. I'm still going to do whatever I want to do and however I see fit. Now, everybody say, what women gonna want you? See, you're going off of that, of the perception of what a woman wants. I don't care. I'm going to do what benefits me, and as long as I'm fine with that, when I close my eyes, that's how I see fit. Now, maybe they're like, "Whoa, BMT, you think like that?" Yes, I have to. I have to be the monster I need to be for me to survive in society. And when I understood that, I even did a show. I did a show with O'Shea one time, long time ago, and it was called "I'm Ugly, So I Have to Lie." And some guys were like, I guess the guys who were like the whatever pretty boys, she's like, look at BMT, he's saying that. But I was telling other dudes, listen, man, do what you need to do so that you can get your win. And yeah, when the time comes when you feel comfortable, where you can start being more comfortable and open, say, you know what, if y'all don't like what the fuck how I am, then guess what? Go fuck yourselves. If y'all don't like it, then whatever. If y'all can't accept me for how I am, then hey, I had one chick say, hey, I don't like you because only boys play video games. Well, guess what, bitch? I'm gonna play video games and I'm a grown man. I punch in goddamn from 11 o'clock in the morning to get goddamn 5 to 6 o'clock in the afternoon at Walmart, and I get off and I want to go play my Xbox. I'm not out there selling drugs. I'm not out there shooting guns. I'm not out there doing crazy shit. I stop by, I get my Chinese food. If you rock with me, I'll pick you up a combo also. Well, you know what? Click, hang up, and I move on.
I mean, once again, I feel that, but think about once again of a dude who's legit a 30-year-old virgin. He never got nothing. He never got touched. He never touched his titty and none of that.
I would say go buy some pussy. If y'all need help, help,
listen. You are absolutely correct. I'm telling you, it's horrible.
I'm not going to stop you, Gannon. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not.
No, it's worse than that. These niggas are doing that. Listen. It's so bad for these dudes. These dudes are doing that, and they're still getting rejected, bro. Like, it's horrible for niggas out here, bro.
Okay.
I'm laughing, but it's fucked up.
I get it. And I'm really enjoying thoroughly this conversation. I wish you would have came earlier for this kind of stuff. That's why I make sure I got to drop you my email. Like, listen, man. Like, listen. Some people, men and women, have accepted that they will die alone.
And I agree. That's a good thing. You should accept it if you know it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
hey, if you know it, go out in the blaze of honorable glory. Please don't take other people with you when you go out, but just go out humbly.
No, I know. I'm not capping for no ER shit. Going out and killing people. No, like no.
Yeah. Okay. So long. See, and that's one of the things about it. And this is
I'm telling you, I'm not one. Like I said, I grew up with men.
We're not saying you are.
Oh, okay, all right.
Have it where that's the type of shit that makes the news, where they feel that downward spiral of hopelessness, and because I can't have it, look at fucking Gannon and his goddamn girl over there eating pizza, and she supports him and she's buying him a PS5 and all that shit. Why should he have that? But you don't know what Gannon had to do. You don't know what he's putting up with. You don't know what kind of anxieties he has that going on. I know a lot of dudes that look like goddamn troll like hippies, and yeah, they got a fat Arby's girlfriend, but you know what? Guess what? They're happy as fuck. They're happy as fuck. And so y'all gonna think this is a stretch. Y'all gonna think BMT, you're crazy as fuck. I don't even get mad at dudes when they're like, yo, this is my transsexual girlfriend. I'm like, hey, dude, if this is what helps you sleep at night and you're not killing people,
I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Like, nah. Like, like Ed Shane is a real dude.
Like you said. But you're saying that, Gannon. Hold up. You're saying that, but how are you gonna tell that dude? And he's gone to that radical point where I don't give a fuck. At this point, I'm so how do you say that now? You got guys that are going that route.
What I'm saying is, okay, with that specifically, like, there's no excuse for that. Like, let's be serious, bro. Like, if you say I can't get pussy, so I'm going to niggas, bro, like, you're fucked up. Like you're done. Like, you're out of here, bro. Like, you're out of here, bro. I don't know.
Whoa, hold on, wait, get it. Wait, we're drawing the lines now. Now hold up now.
Yeah, because hold on. Let's think about this logic. Hold on. Let's think about this logic.
But
you want women. Women don't want you, so you go with dudes. Like, bro, like, nah, like,
Again. So let's go there. See, I can go down these type of. See, this is where BMT can go down holes inside of Alice in Wonderland that motherfuckers are afraid to go. See, I don't got no filter where I go. See, and this is what I'm gonna throw it at the men and the women. Nobody will say anything. What's up, Exile? Nobody will say anything to a woman that gets with a dyke. Now,
Oh, I
she'll
agree.
say,
That's hypocrisy. That's hypocrisy. I don't agree with that.
hold up. So I get it, but we're looking at the traditional side.
All right,
Nobody
all right.
questions the woman that says, I'm done with men. She got like 1 or 3 kids,
That's a
but she's
fact.
with a goddamn whole bodegger that literally is dressed up like a goddamn, let's dress up like me, us 3. But she'll say, I'm down with men, but then you got a person who's pretending to be a goddamn man that she's dealing with. Yeah, I get it. A lot of people gonna be in the chat. Well, that's their choice. Fair enough. That's their choice. I can't stop them. You had that right. I fought for that. Then you'll have it now with these dudes are like, damn, I can't get nobody to love me and will accept me, or at least them sit there and just want to hang out with me and talk about cars. Then all of a sudden they find goddamn Brad Keisha, and hey, I like you. If you can picture in your mind that I'm a goddamn woman, fair enough. In my mind, you're a woman, and that's how far down the dark black hole of abyss. Some people are like, "Yo, for anything, I'll take anything. For something, I'll take anything." I get you saying, "No, don't go that way," but some people are like, "I don't want to be alone. I don't want
I
to
feel
die."
you, because I know some people personally that they ended up doing that. It's just like I don't know, man. Like I get what you're saying. Once again, you can't argue with a person because there's a lot of men that say that, and I've seen it personally. But it's just like me. It's like, nah, bro. Like I just at that point, it's like, nah, bro.
Gannon, did we not have panels where dudes openly are saying that they are trying to get sex bots?
Yeah, but see, the thing is, okay, the reason why, like, okay, we could say that's weird or whatever, right? But at least the dude wants a replica of a woman. Like, that's what I'm saying. At least he wants that. As soon as the dude is like, nah, I'm done, and now I'm about to get with men and trainees, it's like, bro, then it's like, was it really that you wanted to get with women, or you was just super fucking horny, my nigga? Like,
But see, this is what I'm saying. Like, we're now in this point of goddamn the rings of fire. People are willing to say, yo, man, like, I'm getting tired of going to bed alone. I'm getting tired of nobody want to pat me on my back or talk to me, or, you know, I have a nice phone, but nobody ever calls me. Nobody ever messages me. Nobody ever gives a fuck about me. You know what I'm saying? This is why you got it where some guys, and I gotta get to my boy Exile, some people are running to the streets. Some people stay online on video games all night long. Like, I have a friend, this dude, if I go to sleep, he'll be on a video game. When I wake up, he'll still be in his gaming chair waiting. And any game you want to play, he'll play. And I'm like, one person like, dude, when do you sleep? Sometimes I just fall asleep in my chair. Do you go to work? Oh, no, like I stay at home and I take care of my parents. Well, do you go out? Nah, I don't give a fuck to go out. His only life is that through that game monitor and that game. And I'm like, yo, dude, you don't want, and I had a heart-to-heart conversation with him, and I'm like, dude, I don't want this to be your only life. I believe you're a beautiful soul. You have a lot of, dude, Joe, you're gay for, no, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, I was trying to pull him out to say, hey, man, like, where you at? You're in Alabama. I'll come out over there, man. I'll take you to go get a beer, because I believe, man, like, I know what it's like you want some type of social, and some people don't know how to. Listen, I have PTSD. I have mental disorders also, and I know what it's like to not want to be around humanity. But still, we have to find some way to try to pull in some of these people, because if they can't feel the warmth of society, the best way they feel like they're going to get it is in an anarchist type of view of burning down that of society by any means plausible. This is why you're starting to see.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, what you just said is the reason why they don't do it is because they have the distraction. Because I'll give you a prime example. I was the dude when I was younger. I was known as the game head. I was playing games most of the time. Even when I wasn't, niggas just figured I was just known as that person. And people would always say the same thing to me. Why don't you go outside? Why don't you do this? And the thing is, it's like I said, I'm a special case because I'm not like these niggas. Like, I'm not bittersweet. It's not like I can't socialize. I can't do that. It's the fact that it's really hard to do it when you really can't take most people serious. So it's like, okay, I know that when it comes to the average person, especially in the Black community, I'm above average because my parents made me, right? So it's kind of hard to talk to people who can barely read or who don't understand abstract concepts, who don't understand anything. And then you'll try to talk to these people and there's always a conflict. So that's what I ended up doing. I just chilling in the crib, playing video games, smoking weed. I didn't give a fuck. Then what happened is I got out of it, right? Went back outside and socialized again. You know what the irony is? All these people that are outside, they're doing the same shit. They're not doing shit. They're sitting here scrolling fucking social media, doing whatever, drugs or whatever, it's alcohol, whatever. Yeah, like that's the average person. Then you got people, yeah, they'll do business. But the average person doing business is not around the average person, if you understand what I'm saying. Now you gotta explain to this dude why even doing business is even worth it, because his whole life he's seeing business as a conglomerate of people, like it's a social circle. And this is the problem that most men are having. Most people want, yes, a companion, but it's really a social circle, right? A lot of these guys, they think it may be because they don't have a woman, but it's really because, like you said, then no one's calling them, no one's talking to them. They cannot be alone. So if they feel like, well, if I have this problem and I go on the incel forums, I go on the videos and talk to these people, there's camaraderie, like a camaraderie there. But you're right in a sense because they're not doing anything, which I agree with you. But like I'm saying, how could you incentivize someone to doing anything when it's like everything is showing them that niggas just don't fuck with them just because they're them? Like I said, I don't agree with this shit.
No, but now I got to give it to Exile. And the thing about it, I worry is you'll have it where, hold on, I'm busy working. Okay, what do you need? Okay, I'll get you later. The thing about it is this. To me, seeing an older guy that could play video games and have X, Y, and Z and shit, I'll see that as the coolest guy. But when I hear about his resolve of how depressed he is in life, you'll have it where younger guys will say, well, I thought his life was great. I thought his life was amazing. What chance do I have if he couldn't make it? He couldn't make it. There was a movie in which it was like Blade Runner, where you had to make it across this big run. You had to make this big sand run. And what would happen is there would be blades that would come up and could hack away at you. And one of the best champions couldn't make it. And everybody was like, fuck that. I'm not doing that shit. And the main character was like, I got to still try. Regardless if I live or die, I have to still try. And some of y'all who know my story of whatever of stuff I talked about on YouTube, from abuse to doggone bringing home to different things I've dealt with, I share that with you men predominantly. Because I want you to know, regardless of the shit that's happened to me, however I look, how are my teeth, however I feel, my outer appearance to my mental, I want y'all to know you can still make the blade run. I've made it. Exile's made it. We're telling y'all, brothers, y'all can still make it. It's not saying you're not going to probably might lose a hand or you might lose an eye, but you're going to still make it. Shout out to Shannon. Shannon is a brother. He has his kids. It may not be the perfect home, but he still got something of a home for his babies. You know what I'm saying? Exile, you there, bro? I want to give it over to you. You there, man?
Yeah, I'm here. My thing is, I mean, it's not just that. It's the type of social constructs that people try to pick relationships from as well. Like a lot of times, they don't look at the statistics of work environment relationships and how they don't work. They go into, like he was saying earlier, the circles where people are just partying, doing drugs, a lot of hooking ups going on in them circles. And to switch teams, that's not necessarily the right idea to do neither. Just look in a better area, a better social construct. That was it.
Sorry, I was being a daddy for a second. Like, I hear time and time again, a lot of people talk about the traditional home and setting, but nobody explains how that home is built. Nobody explains to that. Like, it's like, there's my favorite. I had this favorite movie that came out on Fox a long time ago. It was called Titan AE. And in the movie, you ever get to see it, y'all can go look it up. I'm sure it's probably on YouTube or some shit. The Earth gets blown up.
Good movie.
It was a really damn good movie. Really damn good movie. God forbid they can make more cartoon movies like that. But they blow up the Earth. So nobody knows how to rebuild Earth. And the thing about the kill was like, well, shit, who gives a damn how we rebuild it? We'll just build it and we'll figure it out as we go. And we want it to be a perfect home, but there's no such thing as a perfect home. You know, we like to believe that, oh man, we're going to be making Rice Krispie treats and brownies, and your woman's going to be a nice hourglass like goddamn the Jetsons, Judy or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's your kingdom, your home. And see, and I was I tilt my head towards Gannon when he says some brothers, regardless of how much money, notoriety, fame, hell, you can be a nice, clean looking brother. They still can't get a woman. Just like some women, you're now seeing them get online and say, hey, I have money, I have fame, I'm the bad bitch, I'm the bitch. Why can't I get a man? And they still go in their nice bed, and they're like, damn, ain't nobody taking my ass. Ain't nobody, hell, even my dog is done with my damn ass. And so they'll do any and everything from drugs to goddamn any type of thing to try to forget. That's why you see some of them they'll stay on YouTube for goddamn 12 to 14 hour panels and shit. Hell, there's a grandma on YouTube right now. Shit, she be doing damn 17-hour panel. I be like, God damn, like there's no way you're taking care of your family on line for 17 hours.
She said some of y'all switch teams because y'all really like men anyways. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. She's actually correct. She's absolutely correct. I've been telling niggas in this the manosphere forever. A lot of these niggas are gay, bro. I've been trying to tell these niggas, man.
Like,
and I don't just say it like, oh, like you don't like women. No, I mean literally, like I know they're fucking gay by the shit that they do and the pictures and everything, and niggas still follow them. I don't know why, but
you know what? Honestly, Gannon, like, no, you're good, man. Like you're good, Exile. Like you always got a doggone seat at the table, man. A lot of women smoke weed now. Listen, a lot of them do that so that way they can try to say, damn, I thought I was a cute girl, but shit, ain't nobody really want to fuck with me. Or some girls are like, shit, I feel ugly, but at least this man is fucking me. I don't give a shit. He could probably be a shitty man, but at least I'd rather have some piece of him than nothing of him. And like I'm telling y'all, man, don't worry. BMP, see, I do these conversations and I don't placate to your feelings. I don't give a shit. But I'm telling y'all, honestly, that or the setup of what's going on in society, man. Don't think that, listen, everybody likes to be fooled to say, well, because some people are in homes that they're living a good life. No, sometimes it's worse. But they rather live the fantasy to just make you think it's one way. And literally they're like, nah, man. Like look at Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp literally just got his whole finger cut off. We all now know Will Smith is crazy now. We all understand, like, do y'all understand these self-made men? And now you're seeing their family lives and it's all fucked up. Shout out to what Gannon was saying. Benzino, goddamn, is finding lady boys and shit in goddamn in bathrooms and shit. Yeah, he's supposed to be a brother, a cream cut brother that can get any woman. But he's damn fighting his goddamn ex's boyfriend. Megan Good done left from a preacher, $1 million preacher, to a goddamn battle rapper. Clearly, the goddamn universe, yo, bro. So I'm not sure we supposed to be hitting that damn button. If we did, that button's broke. I don't know how we're gonna hit it. I'm kind of waiting for the holy war where Odin and Jesus fight, and we can just hopefully just grab some good seats. I already got my PS5. Like, I was ready for the end of the world. I was like, well, I got my PS5, so shit. However we go out now, I'm good. I got the play. I was already at peace with. I said, well, I got everything I needed in life. I got my people. I got my dog. I got the PS5. I'm done. I was like, yo, zombie apocalypse. I'm ready. Like, it is what it is. I got again, and I'll see you at the goddamn liquor saloon. We'll just be able to, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, you know, it's crazy. Like I said, don't believe that just because you think Will Smith isn't crazy, he's in an abusive. But see, the thing about it is, love and insanity run hand in hand. Did people know that? Love and insanity run hand in hand. Will Smith wanted the perfect family. I'm going to pull up that documentary. Will Smith wanted the perfect family. And he chose to try to create that imagery. His son is mentally fucked up. Daughter was going to the bathroom and be doing cuts. His wife done, well, shit, we already, goddamn Jada, that's a boss by herself. And the mama done sold her damn daughter. And as long as Will Smith can smile and say, we made Men in Black and goddamn the movie The Wild Wild West, shit, we doing good. Shannon, we all believe the zombie apocalypse. Like, at this point, man, we all agree, hey, bro, that zombie apocalypse don't look too bad, bro.
I'm pretty sure we're already in it.
Huh?
I said, I think we're honestly already in the zombie apocalypse because these niggas are stupid as fuck out here, man.
I'm kind of fine with the zombie apocalypse breaking out, bro. At this rate, bro, like, I'm fine with it, bro. I'm fine with it, man, at this rate. So, guys, let me drop my email. Gannon, I definitely want to sit down and break more bread with you, bro. Like, and actually, if you have a topic in respect of how you handle this, and let me know if I feel like I stepped on some toes. Let me know, bro. Hopefully I was being respectful enough.
I'm straight. Like I've dealt with a lot worse. I honestly usually get banned.
No, man, no. Like I said, I ask people come up cordial and let's have the discussion. Come up cordial and have the discussion. And trust me, like shit. I literally, listen, man. I've been doing the interviews. I've done the interviews with dudes who said, "Hey, man, I want to sleep with a 13-year-old girl," and I would literally just sat there and did the whole. And everybody wanted me, BMT, get in, turn up on them, dude. I'm doing a show. I separate my emotions from the show, and I do the show. He's saying something. You know, you got to separate that. Like, I'm not saying it's right, but I'm doing the show so that way we can get the question. Like, that's like when people bring a serial killer onto a platform. Yes, we get it. He chopped up like 14 or 30,000 people. Now we need to figure out why the fuck did he think like the way they think, and are there more people like this, and how can we recognize it? So we have to separate the emotions and actually get to the bottom of it. But other than that, you guys, I thank you guys. I have to go. I'm gonna see you guys later. I did run it for 2 hours. You guys were amazing. Shout out to my goddamn co-host who ran it very good. Gannon, Cannon 64. I might have one day where we actually have the question like, yo, where y'all duped in the manosphere? I'm gonna ask that question. I think I'm gonna let Gannon, you know, if you email me, I want to actually know. For somebody who's been there, I feel like y'all were led into a goddamn fucking hell spawn pit. Y'all just
I actually agree. I've been saying for a long time that it was a trap. So definitely, I'll do that show too.
I got you, bro. So you guys, I'll see you guys later. Peace. I'm BMT, and I'm out.